Round number 5 of the Grand National Cross Country Series resumes here today on MAV TV. Ben Kelly, a perfect 4 for 4 heading into today's race. Can he keep the perfect streak alive? We'll find out here on MAV TV with Grand National Cross Country.
Are you ready to go? GNCC Racing!
Hello and welcome to round number 5 of the 2022 Grand National Cross Country Racing Series presented by Specialized and AMA National Championship. We're here in South Carolina for the FMF Camp Coker Bowl at GNCC. I'm Mikey Waynes, and I'll be taking you through today's racing action. As always, we begin with our Specialized race recap. Grabbing the whole shot, not even on the screen yet. Bang, there he is. That is the number 3 Magna 1 Motorsports ride of Jordan Ashburn. But boy, man to his left, now out front, the number 1 of Ben Kelly. The guy, a perfect 3 for 3 coming into this one. Who's going to step up and stop him? Obviously, the story this season has been injuries to a lot of big names in the XC1 Pro class. And Ben Kelly, a perfect 3 for 3 coming into this round number 4, and would walk away eventually with the win and making it 4 in a row. Jordan Ashburn, solid ride out of him in round number 4. Actually walked away with a second place finish and the 5:23 right there. Lane Michael, good start early for him. Faded back a little bit, but how about it? The man on a mission. I'm not going to say, for the folks in the know, I'm not going to say took anybody by surprise, but certainly had his best result of the season, and I think some big things. That's a 7:39 of Trevor Bollinger. Had a solid ride. Get a good shot of him right here as some of the lap traffic struggling up the hillside. The 318 right there is going to get a heavy dose of that man, the Intimidator, Trevor Bollinger. No problems for him. Again, a solid ride out of Bollinger. I think keep your eyes on Trevor Bollinger. The podium finish, the confidence boost you get after a top 3. I think some big things out of Trevor Bollinger. Is he going to be the man to step up to that guy right there, Ben Kelly, who took away the win? We caught up with Ben after the race.
Dude, I was first in the woods and yeah, just led the whole race. It's crazy. I don't think I've done that since XC2 days, but man, that's tough. Leading the whole race is hard, and especially this track, man, it was rough, dry, hard packed, slick, and man, that stuff's just hard to ride for me. So this was probably the toughest race so far this year, but man, I felt good, stayed off the ground, and yeah, it's cool. I seen you guys walking around in these jumpsuits, and yeah, I was wondering if that's what I was gonna get if I got the win, but yeah, it's cool. Tiger King for the weekend.
Well, again, big congratulations to Ben Kelly, and hey, I was happy to donate my Tiger King suit jacket to him for the win. Love it. Love to see it. Again, solid ride out of Jordan Ashburn, finishing second, and of course, Trevor Bollinger. I think 2 guys you gotta keep your eyes on as we fast forward to today. XC1 Pro class off and rolling. Oh, good drive. Good start there by Jordan Ashburn. Ooh, gets bucked up a little bit. Around the outside right there, he's got some company, and no, gonna be Ricky Russell, the Coastal Racing Factory gas ride, going up, grabbing the whole shot, grabbing the early lead, and Ashburn wants it back. Can he take it? Boy, good start for Ricky Russell. Again, Ricky Russell, keep in mind, coming off an injury. I think the big question, there's Ben Kelly up into the 2 spot. So Ben Kelly gets around Jordan Ashburn. But I think big question is, hey, he got the start dialed, but Is Ricky Russell going to have what it takes to lead these guys for 3 hours? That is going to be the challenge. You hear these guys talk about it all the time. You come off an injury or even off season. Practice, right? But nothing compares to that race pace. You hear all these guys talk about it, and that's got to be something that is probably in the back of Ricky Russell's mind, but no doubt a positive takeaway no matter where he ends up today. All right, XC2 250 Pro class, Stasic hole shot up for grabs. Who wants it? Is it going to be, oh, how about that? Stealing the XC2 hole shot, the number 35 KTM of Angus Reardon, grabbing that Stasic hole shot award and the early lead. I believe that was the 981 of Jonathan Johnson and the 347 of Evan Smith beside him. But boy, Reardon still out front. How about it, the number 19? That is Ryder Lafferty up into the 2 spot early. Boy, it's been a season of feast or famine for Lafferty. Comes into today, he's got 2 second-place finishes and a pair of finishes outside of the top 10. So, hey, Ryder Lafferty, he's due. Is today the day? Let's see if he can make it happen out here in round number 5 in this absolutely stacked XC2 class. No doubt about that. He got the cheers from team manager Barry Hawk right there. A good start for Lafferty. See if he can hang on to it. See if Angus Reardon can go out there and grab a win today, perhaps. I believe Reardon coming off a 3rd place finish in round number 4. So there's a guy riding with major confidence, no doubt about that. We head back down to the starting line now for the FMF XC3 125 Pro-Am class. Hole shot award up for grabs courtesy of LoJack Cycle Sales. Who wants it? Singing the song of our people out there. I thought it was going to be the 722 of Zach Hayes, but no, it's going to be the 862 Husqvarna of Jake Froman. Wow, absolutely steals it away from him. And we're going to head into the woods. I think it's still going to be Froman out front leading the way. But boy, what a strong start for the 125s. There is the 862 of Froman. That is the 490 of Max Fernandez in the number 2 spot, and the 707 of Jason Liscombe. Rounding out your top 3 in the FMF XC3 class. And where is Zach Hayes? Oh, tough start there after strong on the start itself, but once we're into the woods, Zach Hayes in the back of the pack going to have his work cut out for him today. Jump back up to the XC1 Pro class. It was Ricky Russell out front, Kelly in 2nd, and Ashburn in 3rd, with Craig DeLong in the number 4 spot on that Rockstar Husky. Again, going to reiterate, great start for Ricky Russell. The big challenge for him, can he keep this pace up for 3 hours of racing? Is he going to be the man to step up and challenge Ben Kelly? More GNCC after this.
Coverage of the Grand National Cross Country Championship on MAV TV is brought to you in part by Specialized E-Turbo Bikes. It's you, only faster. And by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready.
Well, GNCC, more than just the pros, and by that I don't mean the French Bulldog on Peyton Feather's back. I promise the dog wasn't along for the ride, but boy, Peyton Feather was. The 991 trying to get that elusive first win of the year. He was able to grab the hole shot away from T-Rex. That is Nick DeFeo. 246 Kawasaki. Nick DeFeo was a rider who took the checkers. He stays perfect on the season. We had a chance to catch up with him after the race. Back to the XC1 Pro class, and it is still Ricky Russell out in front and Ben Kelly in the number 2 spot, as these two started to put a little bit of separation between them and the rest of the pack. Behind them, though, is an absolute freight train with Jordan Ashburn and Craig DeLong leading the charge, along with the rest of the XC1 pack. We'll break it down a little more specific here in a second. Grizzly Grant back toward the back of the pack of this XC1 class. And how about, by the way, forgot to mention this, a solid start. There he is. The 998 of Todd Kellett, a fantastic start in this one for him, up there battling with these guys. We'll see how long he can hold off because he got some major company. Josh Toe, Trevor Bullinger, Grant Baylor, all behind him, jockeying for position. And there goes the 739 of Trevor Bullinger. And there he is, new leader. That is Ben Kelly now out in front. Was going to mention he looked just about side by side with Ricky Russell. So now Ricky Russell drops to the number 2 spot. It's going to be Jordan Ashburn jumping up into the number 3 position, battling for the second place position. And Craig DeLong still keeping pace with those guys on that Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. And there's Kellett right there, ripping the Yamaha. But boy, how about it, Ben Kelly? What can he do now with some clean air in front of him? Clear track, still early enough, doesn't have to worry about lap traffic just yet. Able to do his thing. And look at that. With the lead, he's able to set his own pace now. It is now him versus the track. We got time to pan back, and there is Jordan Ashburn. So Ashburn moves up into the number 2 spot, gets around the 212 Coastal Racing Factory gas ride of Ricky Russell. There's Ricky Russell, and there is Craig DeLong. DeLong all over Jordan Ashburn. There's the teammate of Craig DeLong, that Rockstar Energy Husqvarna ride, the 739 of Trevor Bullinger, the Intimidator. Trying to catch up with these boys, as is the Grizzly Grant Baylor, moving his way up the pack as well. But boy, how about it, getting into the open section. Ben Kelly gonna get the pit board there from Timmy. He's gonna say number 1. What else can you say? He's got the number 1 plate. He's been perfect through 4 rounds of racing. Timmy said, DYJ, do your job, man. Go get that win here in round 5. I'm not gonna count our chickens before they hatch, but nonetheless, what a fantastic start to the season for Ben Kelly. There went that battle there between DeLong and Ashburn for the 2 spot. A little bit of separation now between them, and there is Trevor Bullinger. So Ricky Russell, he's dropped a few positions. Not taking anything away from Ricky Russell, but I kind of expected this to happen, and maybe in his mind he did too. You know, coming off the injury, it's very difficult for these guys to come back and focus on positive takeaways. Great start, grabbed the whole shot, led this one for a little bit. Positive takeaway for Ricky Russell as he still tries to get himself back to 100% here in this 2022 season. So does he want a podium? Does he want to win? Absolutely, Ricky Russell wants a podium. He wants a win. But I think, without a doubt, no matter where he finishes today, he's going to have some positive takeaways as he moves into round number 6. Might not be the podium finish, might not be the win, but without a doubt, got some positives to take away from this as he continues to heal from another injury. I know that frustrates him, no doubt about that, but made some moves today. So good work for Ricky Russell in this one. And again, my goodness, Ben Kelly absolutely scooting out front in this one. As good battle there between Ashburn and Craig DeLong for the 2 spot. That's kind of where the battle's been so far in this one. We got a quick break. I want to talk about this track, Camp Coker. It's so unique compared to what we race the rest of the year. Maybe unique's not the best word. It's the melting pot. That's probably the way to put it. It is the melting pot. It's like you took a little bit of every terrain we race on, you threw it in a pot, you mixed it up, and you've got this track right here. I mean, what do you want? You want some sand? We got sand. You want a little clay? There's a little bit of clay. You want some loamy dirt? They got loamy dirt. There are sections of this track that seem like they have no bottom. If you're there in person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The finish line area specifically this year, absolutely just beaten. It is a tough track. It will challenge you. There is no doubt about that. Outside of the racing, if you've never been to the Camp Coker property for a GNCC, I cannot encourage you enough. I think that's one in 2023. You get out the Sharpie, you circle it on the calendar, you say, kids, wife, we're heading to Camp Coker because Mikey Wayne's on MAV TV said so. If you like fishing, they got fishing. You want to go swimming, they got swimming. They've got ropes. You can swing off the ropes. The bottom line is, there's my sales pitch for you for why you should attend the Camp Coker GNCC. Certainly one of the folks that have been, I think it's probably a fan favorite. I'm confident enough to say that. And I think a fan favorite right now is out front doing work. My goodness. Ben Kelly on the charge. Oh, Ashburn, the jersey's ripped. Don't tell me he's not letting it all hang out. He doesn't want to let Ben Kelly get away from him. Ben Kelly says, too bad, so sad, I'm trying my best. We'll be right back with more GNCC here on MAV TV.
Coverage of the Grand National Cross Country Championship on MAV TV is brought to you in part by Specialized E-Turbo Bikes. It's you, only faster. And by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready.
Well, we saw a brief clip earlier of the youth race here at the GNCC. Now we're going to take a look at the future of GNCC, the Stasic race. Make no mistake, folks, these little rippers go out there for a full-blown 3-hour race, just like the pros. Okay, that part's not true. It's just for fun. On Saturday nights, the crew gets the track set up for the little rippers, and they go out there and send it. Now, don't tell them it's not a points race. Don't tell them it's not for a championship. They are out there banging bars, tire to tire, wheel to wheel, just how we like it. Not letting up. Just a ton of fun. If you've made it to a GNCC, you've seen this in person. Ricky Towery helping the little rippers out there. It is just something to see. Fun for the kids, fun for the parents. Just a huge shout out, by the way, to the crew. Ricky Towery, we saw Griff Cotter helps out with it. Of course, DJ Judd in the meet, the Monster Energy Activation Transport shows up. They go all out for these guys, give them the absolute VIP treatment. And how about the GoPro footage? We actually put Ben Kelly on one of these Stasic machines, and he goes out there and he rips around, and he's throwing elbows. And all right, that's not true either, but nonetheless, very cool stuff right here with the Stasic racing. These guys having a ton of fun. And I told you, I wasn't lying about the banging bars, and hey, Rubbin's racing, okay? Rubbin's racing. These kids know that. Ricky Towery with the waving of the checkered flag, the official here at GNCC. So again, ton of fun for the youngsters. Really cool that they do that on Saturday nights. Thank you to Stasic as well for the sponsorship of the series and everything they've done for the young riders. Those riders, boy, they've been doing it more than half their life. How about that? Meanwhile, out in front, ready to take the win, his 5th win of the year, Ben Kelly. Cannot say enough about this young man. What a season he has had here to start the year. I know, all the injuries, forget about it. He has been cool, calm, collected. Another day at the office for him, making it 5 in a row to start the season here in 2022. We had a chance to catch up with Ben after the race.
This track last year, man, it beat me down. I dropped the anchor heavy, and I just had a rough race. So coming into it, I don't know, I did all the right things, and I felt good, and I was ready for the start. Got a good jump off the line. I think got into third around the third corner, and I was working to get around Ashburn. It was kind of dusty and sketchy there, the track. I was able to squeak by him. It was a little sketchy around the outside, just missing some trees, but I got into second behind Ricky and followed him for the first lap. The track was super square edge and rough. Like, you'd be able to come out of a corner super fast, and then it'd be like huge potholes, but with a little bit of dust, so it was hard. I just kind of cruised behind him, and he had a big swap in front of me, and I was like, man, whoo, lucky he's all right there. And I think he kind of backed it down a little there and cruised, and kind of left the door open for me, so I got into the lead and kind of before the finish, and just slowly pulled away. But man, I had a crash out there in the second lap, got caught in some vines. Just man, the track was rough. Like, you could go so fast, but it was slippery, and I had 2 crashes throughout the day, and then part of the track near the finish was awesome. I loved it. It was super fast, and some of them berms you could just hit wide open, and going onto the moto track was awesome. I'm pumped they put that back in, and jumping through those rollers was sick. But man, last lap I was trying to go around a lap where I got out of control off to the side where they didn't knock them down, and I was just feet off launching over the singles, like shaking my head like, what am I doing? But I don't know, it was just fun to go faster there, so I was just having fun and yeah, just trying to stay focused. Tough race, you know. I don't know, just riding, trying to do my thing, and yeah, another win. It's awesome.
Again, a huge congratulations to Ben Kelly. And how about it for this man, the Intimidator, the 739 Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, Trevor Bollinger, gonna get it done for the second place finish. A happy man, no doubt about it. What a ride by Trevor Bollinger. I said, keep your eyes on this man. Let's see what he can do the rest of this season. What a ride today.
Yeah, it felt good. I knew it was going to be gnarly today, and man, those boys, they tried to win it on the first 2 laps, I swear, but I just knew it was going to be a long day and a rough track, and I just, you know, I wasn't too worried with where I was at. I just kept plugging along, like you said, chipping, and yeah, man, it feels good to be up here again. You know, I felt like I was kind of supposed to be there at Big Buck, but, you know, I'm not really good at this. I think it's my first podium ever here, so yeah, it feels good. I feel like I earned it today.
Well, we take a look at the top 10 there. Grant Baylor, the Grizzly, moving up into the 3 spot on the gas ride. We had a chance to catch up with Grizzly Grant Baylor after the race as well.
Oh man, it was a long day. That's for sure. Got off to a bad start. Put myself in a bad position off the start. Just got a little anxious on the line and hit the throttle too soon, and the bike didn't fire. So got off the line there in last and kind of just tagged along with those guys and passed a few guys on the first lap. A couple guys were wrecking, and after that I kind of just tried to fall into my groove, and then second lap I was coming across a real fast field section, and it just went straight into the trees, and I hit a braking bump or something as soon as I hit the tree line, and it just lawn darted me straight into a pine tree head first. So kind of knocked myself silly there on the second lap, and I lost sight of Trevor. I was right behind Trevor at that point, but yeah, that really bummed me out because I laid on the ground for a minute, and it took me a second to pick myself up. A couple XC2 guys got by me, and yeah, I lost a lot of time there playing with those guys. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a good day. After that, I just played catch up, and yeah, last lap, I knew I was catching Craig, but I didn't know it was for the podium. I thought we were going to be going for 4th there on the last lap, but yeah, we made it happen, and everybody went wild when we came into the finish. So I figured we must have been on the podium. It was a great day for sure.
Well, taking a look at our Specialized race recap, it was the 2-1-2 factory racing Coastal Gas ride of Ricky Russell going up and taking it right away from Jordan Ashburn and Ben Kelly. And boy, what a battle out front it was. Boy, good drive right there by Ricky Russell, able to maintain that lead, shut the door on Jordan Ashburn there in the 2 spot. But as the race wore on, it was Kelly getting around Ashburn as they entered the woods, or got into the woods, I should say. And Kelly putting the heat on Ricky Russell. Great ride out of Ricky Russell today. I think some major positives to take away. Coming off that injury, returning, grabbing a whole shot, got some things to build upon. I believe he should be a confident man after round 5 here at Camp Coker. Certainly some good things to take away for him. Boy, solid ride for Trevor Bollinger. Loved his comments after the race. Hey, I think these guys want to win it in the first lap. He was patient, and patience paid off for him. Ends up second place on the day. Cannot argue with those results. I think you keep your eyes on the intimidator that is Trevor Bollinger as this season progresses. Jordan Ashburn, you know you had a tough day when the jerseys ripped. But not the finish Jordan Ashburn wants, not the finish we expect to see out of Jordan Ashburn, but he'll bounce back, have no doubt about it. But that man, I'm telling you, Ben Kelly riding on another level right now. I'm not taking anything away from him. Folks at home may say, well, you got 3-4 riders out there that are injured. I get that, but Ben Kelly's getting the job done, and I don't know if anybody's going to have anything for this man here in 2022. Still early, nonetheless stays perfect. Hey, congratulations to Ryder Lafferty as well, taking his first win of the season in the XC2. That's going to do it for us here at GNCC. Thanks for watching. I'm Mikey Waynes. We'll see you at the races.